confident women typically are able to manage their perception, and typically bigger than that, they're able to manage their thoughts. So a lot of confidence, what I find, comes down to what you think. And confidence in being respected is critical to getting in the boys' club. If you want more yeses than nos, confidence is the name of the game. Now, it's a fine line with a man because the man can perceive it as bossy, bossy, uncle saucy. But you're being confident, right? You know the data. You know what you're trying to prove. You know what it is. But it's how they perceive it. And you also want to think about, where do they come from? I'll give you an example. I had a female client in oil and gas. Brilliant, project manager, smart, driven, really, really awesome client. Struggled at work, got a very negative review, which shocked her, and none of the men were responding to her, which was a real issue because she was a project manager. And so she came to me and we did a month of sessions, and I think I was, at the end of session 1, and I said, tell me about the men in your office. And she goes, they're all older, they all come to work, they've worked there forever, and I go, who are they? And what I found was most of them had wives that had never worked outside of the home. So how on earth do you think they're going to receive her, 35-something, well-dressed, on fire, executing, let's get it done? They're like, I don't know who you are. Like, this is not in their reality. So she had to still be her, but we had to dial it back a little bit. And when I looked at her emails, I'm like, oh yeah, I can see why they just totally turned her off. They just shunned her, And that is a way that a male will respond. They just will not respond to you. That is a tactic that they'll use, particularly if there's a lot of them. I've seen that over and over again. So how do you get around that? Well, if you find what you're saying or what you're doing is causing that response and that reaction, you're going to have to think about, well, where do they come from? What's their reference point? And once I understood where the men were coming from and what they had seen and what we're all in movies, right? Their movie was this way, and she was so out of their movie, they didn't know how to handle that. They didn't know how to react to that. So there were subtle things that we worked on. She thought she had a confidence issue. It wasn't really a confidence issue, it was an environment issue. She ultimately was not going to be able to withstand being in an environment like that because she would not be successful. But we definitely got the negativity written out of her review. We turned around the performance enough to definitely save the job. Then she could have choices if she stayed or left. So confidence is something that's done over time and consistency, again and again and again. Respect is the same way. I thought that was a great comment. Respect is something it's earned. It's small, subtle things that you do again and again and again, and then all of a sudden you're there. So the big thing confident women in general do is they don't compete. They try to support other people. They know who they are. They're very careful in their communication. They take on challenges, and they don't manipulate. I think that's a big one. And I've had women ask me, well, what does that mean? We know what it means when we're manipulating to get our way. And we definitely know what we're doing when we're manipulating a man to get our way. But ultimately, in the long haul, that will not get the promotion. That will not, respect will get the promotion. Really being able to quantify your contributions, that gets the promotion. If there's another woman in your industry, or even at these meetings when you're here once a month, and she has been in the industry a long time, and you have not, latch onto her and ask her how she was successful.